tasteless, odorless, and invisible, but the effects are obvious. High fluoride levels in water cause teeth discoloration and, in extreme cases, bone decay. But a solution, ironically, comes from bones of a different kind. Specialists working for a nonprofit humanitarian organization in southeast Ethiopia have figured out a way to absorb fluoride in water by using cow skeletons. The idea is that water containing high fluoride levels sticks to the animal bones when put through a filter instead of harming human bones. The process to make the bone char takes weeks. We're inside the furnace, and as you can imagine, it smells awful in here. It smells like death. They just lit the flame, and these bones will essentially be baking at temperatures of 350 degrees Celsius for at least 10 days until these bones are whittled down into bone char. The char is then ground, sifted, and washed. If fluoride levels are too high, a more expensive chemical alternative is provided. Half of the battle with this program has been convincing communities that it's safe to drink water filtered by bones.
When we take this product to the local community, we were facing challenges. They asked if this was a Muslim or Christian slaughterhouse. We finally convinced them that this was only from cattle.
The char is then brought to rural communities to be added to water supplies. The Rift Valley has an unusually high level of fluoride because the volcanic rock naturally produces the chemical. The World Health Organization recommends fluoride levels to be around 1.5 milligrams per liter. In this village, the level is 9. The excess levels of fluoride causes a chronic condition called fluorosis. 67-year-old Fitala Fayesa suffers from it, as do most of his 9 children.
I feel back pain and joint pain. I can't sit down or stand up properly. I also feel pain all over my body.
The effects of fluorosis are irreversible, but increasing calcium intake can help. 97,000 people have been helped by the char program, but 16 million are affected. This project is just scratching the surface. But for those in this village, safer drinking water is making a difference.
Water. It's life's most basic need. But there's a water crisis in our world right now. Seriously, a crisis. Nearly 1 billion people live without clean drinking water. It's happening all over the world, especially in developing areas of sub-Saharan Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America. It's a water crisis because it starts with water. But water affects everything. Education, health, poverty, and especially women and children. Let's look at a family caught in the water crisis. It's likely they live on less than $1 a day. When they're thirsty, they can't just turn on the faucet for a nice cold glass of water. They don't have a faucet. Instead, the women and children go off to collect water. Many walk up to 3 hours a day to the nearest swamp, pond, or river to gather water that's been sitting out in the open, exposed to all kinds of germs. Time spent gathering water is time they can't spend learning to read, write, earn an income, or take care of their family. Some women in sub-Saharan Africa spend more time collecting water than any other activity they do in the day. And the walk isn't just hard, it's dangerous. The women are alone and burdened with 40 pounds of water. Many get hurt. Sometimes they're even attacked. When they make it home, the little water they've collected isn't clean. Some families know their water is contaminated with germs that cause diarrhea, dehydration, even death. But what choice do they have? Kids, especially babies, are affected most by these germs. About every 19 seconds, a mother loses one of her children to a water-related illness. And each day, almost 1 billion people are living this way. Until they get a little help. The water crisis is solvable. There are solutions. Some are brand new and innovative, like water filtration systems. Some are age-old, like drilled or hand-dug wells. These solutions bring clean water much closer to the people who need it. A safe water project near a village restores hours each day to a person's life. This time, it's opportunity. It's freedom to go to school and get an education, to work or start a business, to raise a family. Africa alone could save 40 billion hours each year. That's the entire annual workforce of France. Clean water means less disease. That's less money spent on medicine, which means more money for books and school uniforms. And if the water project is built near a school, it can increase attendance, especially among young girls. The water crisis is vast, but we can solve it. Just $20 can provide one person with access to a clean water project in their village. And this will mean more than clean water. Because water changes everything.